What if I told you that the single most powerful health and beauty upgrade you could make this year isn't a $70 serum, a prescription medication, or a high-tech medical procedure? What if it was a free, 5-minute practice that has been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years? A practice so profoundly simple, yet so scientifically robust that it can literally rewire your brain's stress response slash harmful inflammation throughout your entire body and give you a complexion so radiant people will ask if you've just returned from a 2-week vacation? This isn't a myth, it's not a trendy hack, and it certainly isn't just another piece of wellness fluff. This is a fundamental physiological reset, a direct line to your nervous system, and today we are going to dive deep into the stunning science and the undeniable, visible results of a morning face ritual that goes a million miles beyond just splashing some water and applying moisturizer. We are talking about a deliberate, conscious, and transformative practice of facial massage and hydration that leverages the deep, intimate connection between your skin and your brain, a connection known as the gut-brain-skin axis. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, your entire morning routine and the future health of your brain and your skin will be forever changed. First, 1,000-word paragraph. To truly appreciate why this specific morning practice is so revolutionary, we first have to understand the battlefield your face is waking up on every single morning. While you sleep, your body is working hard on repair and detoxification, but that process isn't always perfectly neat and tidy. Overnight, metabolic waste products accumulate in your facial tissues. Lymph fluid can become stagnant, leading to puffiness, especially around those eyes, and the natural collagen and elastin that keep your skin firm and plump are under constant attack from a process called glycation, where sugar molecules bind to these precious proteins and make them stiff and brittle. Furthermore, your skin is a living organ, and it's busy shedding dead cells, producing sebum, and all of this happens while your face is pressed against a pillow, potentially causing creases and limiting optimal circulation. So, when you wake up, your face isn't a blank canvas. It's often a landscape of subtle inflammation, fluid retention, and cellular debris. Now, enter the brain. Your brain and your skin are actually formed from the same embryonic tissue, the ectoderm, meaning they are fundamentally linked from your very first moments of existence. This isn't just a poetic connection, it's a hardwired biological reality. Your skin is covered in a vast network of nerve endings and receptors that are in constant communication with your brain, sending signals about temperature, touch, and pain. This is why you blush when you're embarrassed, why you get goosebumps when you're scared, and why chronic stress can manifest so visibly as acne, eczema, or psoriasis. The stress hormone cortisol, when chronically elevated, breaks down collagen, impairs the skin's ability to hold onto water, and increases oil production, creating a perfect storm for aging and inflammation. So, the goal of our morning ritual is twofold. 1. To manually and mechanically address the physical stagnation and debris on the face from the night. And 2. To use specific techniques to send calming, parasympathetic signals directly to the brain, effectively short-circuiting the stress response before your day even properly begins. This is the core of the magic. We aren't just rubbing our faces, we are communicating with our central nervous system. We are using the sensory input from our fingertips to tell the brain, all is well. It is safe to rest, to digest, to repair. This shift from the sympathetic fight or flight state to the parasympathetic rest and digest state is the single most impactful thing you can do for your long-term health and your daily glow. It lowers cortisol, which in turn reduces systemic inflammation, and this calmer internal state is reflected immediately in a more relaxed facial expression, reduced redness, and over time, a genuine improvement in skin barrier function and resilience. So, this practice is as much for your mind as it is for your face. You are literally massaging your brain into a state of calm, clarity, and your skin, as the outward mirror of your internal state, has no choice but to follow, resulting in a glow that comes from a place of genuine physiological peace, not just a superficial shimmer. Now, let's get into the beautiful, practical mechanics of the ritual itself, starting with the absolute cornerstone, water. But we're not just talking about drinking it, which is of course vital. We're talking about the transformative power of temperature and its direct effect on your circulation and nervous system. The first step, before you even touch a cleanser, is to splash your face with cool, not ice-cold water. Why? This initial shock, this gentle thermal stimulus, is a wake-up call to your entire circulatory system. It causes a momentary constriction of the blood vessels at the surface, followed by a robust rebound dilation, a rush of fresh, oxygenated blood to the area. This influx of blood delivers essential nutrients to your skin cells and carries away metabolic waste more efficiently. It's like opening the windows and doors of a stuffy room and letting a fresh breeze sweep through. This simple act of splashing with cool water instantly reduces puffiness, tightens the appearance of pores, and gives you a livelier, more awake complexion. Now, for the main event, the massage. Your tools are your own two hands, and the only requirement is a good slip agent, so you're not dragging the skin. This can be your favorite facial oil, a rich balm, or a very slippery serum. The key is to use enough product so your fingers glide effortlessly. We begin not on the face, but on the neck. Tilt your head back slightly, and with the flats of your fingers, make long, firm, upward strokes from the collarbone to the jawline. This is the drainage pathway for your face. You are clearing the way, encouraging lymph fluid to move towards the lymph nodes in your neck so it can be processed and eliminated. Spend a good 30 seconds to a minute here. You will feel the tension melting away. Next, move to your jawline itself. Using your knuckles, start at the center of your chin and apply firm pressure, gliding along the jawbone all the way up to your ears. Repeat this motion several times. This area holds a tremendous amount of tension for many of us, especially if we clench our jaws at night. Releasing this physical tension sends an immediate signal to the brain that it's safe to relax. Now, move to the cheeks. Place your palms on your cheeks with your fingers pointing towards your temples. Using firm but gentle pressure, make large, circular motions, moving upwards and outwards. You are physically encouraging circulation and lifting the soft tissue. After several circles, use your fingertips to tap lightly all over your cheeks, like you're playing a piano. This tapping is a fantastic way to stimulate blood flow and awaken the muscles without stretching the skin. Then, we address the eye area, the most delicate territory. Using your ring finger, which naturally applies the least amount of pressure, start at the inner corner of your eye and gently sweep along the brow bone to the outer corner. Then, from the inner corner again, sweep along the top of your cheekbone, right under your eye, meeting the first stroke at the outer corner. This follows the natural contour of the orbital bone and helps to drain the fluid that causes morning puffiness. Never pull or stretch the skin here. Finally, don't forget your forehead. Using alternating hands, make sweeping strokes from the space between your eyebrows all the way up to your hairline, as if you're smoothing out worry lines. Then, use your fingertips to make small, firm circles along your hairline and your temples. This entire process should take about 3 to 5 minutes, and by the end, your face will feel alive, tingling, and deeply relaxed, not just on the surface, but down to the very core of your being. The benefits of this daily practice are not merely anecdotal. They are grounded in a growing body of scientific evidence that validates what ancient healing systems have known for centuries. Let's break down the physiology. First, the mechanical action of massage itself. When you apply pressure and movement to the soft tissues of your face, you are directly stimulating the fibroblast cells, which are the architects of collagen and elastin. Think of it like this. When you exercise a muscle, it responds by growing stronger. When you exercise your dermis, the structural layer of your skin through massage, you are sending a signal to those fibroblasts to get to work, boosting the production of these critical youth-preserving proteins. This leads to improved skin density, firmness, and a visible reduction in the depth of fine lines over time. It's like giving your skin a daily workout. Second, we have the lymphatic system, which is a passive system that relies on muscle contraction and movement to function. Unlike your circulatory system, which has a heart to pump blood, your lymph fluid moves primarily through the motion of your body. When you sleep, this movement is minimal, leading to stagnation. The specific directional strokes of our facial massage act as a manual pump for this system, encouraging the drainage of excess fluid, inflammatory cells, and waste products. The result is an immediate depuffing, particularly under the eyes and in the cheeks, and a more sculpted, defined jawline and cheekbone appearance. This isn't contouring with makeup. This is physically moving fluid to reveal your face's natural bone structure. Third, and perhaps most profoundly, is the impact on your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the commander-in-chief of your parasympathetic nervous system. It wanders from your brainstem through your neck and into your chest and abdomen, influencing your heart rate, digestion, and, crucially, your inflammatory response. The gentle, rhythmic pressure applied to the neck and face during this massage has been shown in studies to stimulate the vagus nerve. This stimulation triggers a cascade of calming effects. Your heart rate slows, your breath deepens, and your body reduces its production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. This is the gut-brain-skin axis in action. By calming the brain and the nervous system, you are directly reducing the levels of systemic inflammation that would otherwise manifest on your skin as redness, sensitivity, acne, and accelerated aging. So, every time you perform this ritual, you are not just doing skincare. You are engaging in a potent form of neuromodulation. You are telling your body to switch from a state of defense to a state of repair, and the proof will be in the mirror. A calmer, clearer, more lifted, and radiant complexion that speaks not of products applied, but of a system that has been deeply, fundamentally soothed. To truly cement this practice into your life and maximize its rewards, we need to talk about consistency, mindset, and integration. A one-time massage is lovely, but it's the daily, cumulative repetition that rewires your nervous system and remodels your skin's infrastructure. Think of it not as another chore on your to-do list, but as a non-negotiable 5-minute gift to yourself, a sacred pause before the demands of the world come rushing in. The ideal time is, of course, in the morning, right after you wake up and use the bathroom, and before you check your phone. Those first moments of consciousness are a golden opportunity to set the tone for your entire day. By engaging in this calming self-care practice before you are bombarded with emails, news, and social media, you are proactively building a buffer against stress. You are starting your day from a place of centeredness and self-connection rather than reactivity. Create a little sanctuary at your sink. Maybe it's a beautiful towel, a diffuser with an uplifting scent like orange or peppermint, or simply a promise to yourself to be fully present during those few minutes. As you perform the movements, bring your awareness to the sensations. Feel the texture of the oil between your fingers, the temperature of your skin, the subtle release of tension in your jaw, the gentle pulse of blood flow warming your cheeks. This practice of mindful touch is a form of active meditation. It grounds you in your body and pulls you out of the anxious chatter of your mind. Furthermore, this ritual creates a powerful positive feedback loop. As you start to see the physical results, the reduced puffiness, the brighter glow, the smoother texture, you feel good about what you are doing. This feeling of accomplishment and self-care further reduces stress, which in turn makes your skin look even better. It becomes a virtuous cycle of cause and effect. And remember, this is your practice. While the basic strokes provide a fantastic framework, feel free to listen to your body. If one area feels particularly tight or congested one day, spend a little more time there. The goal is not perfection, it is connection. It's about rebuilding the relationship with your own face, not as a collection of flaws to be fixed, but as a living, breathing, feeling part of you that is deeply connected to your inner state of being. Over time, this 5-minute ritual will become as automatic as brushing your teeth, but its impact will be infinitely more profound, affecting not just how you look, but fundamentally how you feel moving through your world. So, let's bring it all together. We've journeyed from the biological connection between your brain and your skin through the precise step-by-step technique of a transformative facial massage, deep into the science of why it works on a cellular and systemic level, and finally, into the philosophy of making it a consistent, mindful practice. This is not a quick fix. It is a long-term investment in your well-being that pays compound interest in the form of resilience, radiance, and calm. You now possess the knowledge that a glowing complexion isn't just about what you put on your skin, but about the state of the nervous system that governs it. You understand that by manually stimulating circulation and lymphatic drainage, you are detoxifying and sculpting your face from the inside out. And most importantly, you know that by engaging in this gentle, rhythmic practice, you are actively stimulating your vagus nerve, dialing down your body's inflammatory response and telling your brain that it is safe to be in a state of rest and repair. This holistic approach is the future of skincare and self-care, merging the ancient wisdom of healing touch with the rigorous validation of modern science. The power to change your skin and calm your mind is, quite literally, at your fingertips. It requires no expensive equipment, no fancy memberships, just a few minutes of your time and a willingness to show up for yourself each and every morning. The results will speak for themselves, not just in the mirror, but in the newfound sense of peace and readiness you carry with you as you step out into your day. Now, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Don't just let this be another video you watch and forget. The real transformation begins with action. So, here is your mission, should you choose to accept it. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, I want you to try this entire ritual just once. Follow the steps we discussed: the cool water, the neck drainage, the jaw release, the cheek circulation, the gentle eye work, and the forehead sweep. Pay attention to how your face feels afterward. Pay attention to how your mind feels. Notice the difference. Then, I want you to commit to doing it for just 7 straight days. That's all, just 1 week. Take a before picture tomorrow, and then take an after picture in 7 days. I am willing to bet you will see a visible difference in the brightness, the firmness, and the overall vitality of your skin. And I want you to share that journey with us. So, here's what you need to do right now. First, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you found this information valuable, because we dive deep into topics like this every single week, and I don't want you to miss out on transforming your health. Second, and this is the most important part, leave a comment down below with the word committed so I know you're in. Tell me what you're most excited about with this practice. And third, share this video with one friend, one family member, or one colleague who you think needs this calming, glowy practice in their life. Let's build a community of people who are taking their health and their skin into their own hands, quite literally. Thank you for watching, for investing this time in yourself, and I cannot wait to hear about your results in the comments. Now, go out and have a beautiful, calm, and radiant day. I'll see you in the next video.